Welcome back to some more Domions 6 with the Domions Enhanced, if I remember correctly, the very large mod that changes the balance of the game. In case you skipped the introductory episode, we are playing Early Age Ulm on Comic Land map, only 4 players, a small game to start with. Our pretender is an Arch Druid. We took Water 9 and Magic 1 scale for the quickness blessing, and to counteract we had to take quite a bit of colds and 1 point in sloth and turmoil. We are still at our first turn. We haven't done anything yet. I don't think this map has an underground. There's only one unknown plane, which is going to be the astral pocket dimension that we are not going to be seeing most likely in this game. We shall send our scout somewhere. We are prophesizing our first warrior chief commander. Our pretender will do research, and should we do gain the special Ulm spell of protection of the smithy, do we want to go for stone skin? We can, and then maybe conjuration 3 for the regular size, no, the small lesser elementals, and also for summon earth power. So we should be seeing quite a lot of mages, shamans, and the warriors, the priestsmith with earth 2, and they will be able to cast the spell in the first turn of combat, summon earth power, which will give them additional point in earth magic, so moving them to earth 3 from 2, for example, and also reinvigoration 4, which will reduce their fatigue by 4 points each turn, so they won't get tired as quickly and fall unconscious while casting their spells once we get to it. And our warrior smiths have some encumbrance, which is worse with spellcasting. It counts as double, and we also in our provinces will be getting the effects of severe cold, as we have cold 3, but our enemies I think will have even stronger effects, as we have cold resistant on all of our units. We could take a look at the pretenders of the world. Who did we end up with? Mictlan, Reign of Blood, so blood mages, blood sacrifices, but very low tech basically. They have stone weapons, hide shields, and their armor is not very bad, I suppose. But it has like higher encumbrance than our iron armor, I believe, and they are using leather caps to our iron caps, and they don't have access to heavy weapons, mostly maces, but they have these eagle warriors who can they fly? They don't have flying? Maybe they do once they are blessed, I think, and then they can jump at your backline and murder your mages and commanders. And they have the jaguar warriors who are were jaguars, so once they get killed in this form, they get another jaguar form, which I think is like size 4 and has like 2 claw attacks, and they have access to a little bit stronger magic maybe than us, a little bit higher level. They have more bless points as well, although AI generated nations tend to they might not have very well thought out blessings. Not that mine is, only quickness. We are also going against Machaca, which is another fairly low tech nations. However, they have these elephants who can trample our units, basically stomp over them. And the spider riders, they only have pelts, very low armor, but they can spit web, and web are units, and they also have venomous fangs. And I think they're sacred line warriors. They have magic clubs with spirit strike, fatigue damage, armor negating. So they will club bonk our heads and make us go unconscious. They are size 4, so they have some more hit points and strength than normal, and they have invulnerable 18. So their total protection versus mundane attack is fairly high. And I think they have fairly diverse magic. Fire, earth, death, nature, and glamour. And they have these like fire 3 with a small chance of fire 4 and nature 3. And the last one is Rus, who have the chat skin shifter. So we are only seeing like more tame human nations in our small game. These are berserkers, so they won't rout. Once they are hit, they take at least 1 point of damage. They will go into the berserker rage, which gives them +3 attack, strength, protection, and minus defense. But they will never break, so we just have to kill them. They won't ever run. They have a little bit of protection, not much, a little bit more HP, but I think, do they turn like the were jaguars? Or do they not turn into bears? We will find out probably. They have these berserkers who hit quite hard, and they do air, nature, fire, a bit of earth and astral magic, and they have some a lot of summonable beings, and a few good heroes as well. And since this is only a 4-unit game, then we will probably be seeing all of these guys fairly quickly. So we have our research set and our orders, so I will press E to end the turn. We have only proclamations of our and Mictlan, so the other two nations didn't get their prophets yet. Since our pretender starts awake, we gain knowledge of all the thrones in the world, or rather their locations, but we don't know specifically which thrones are which. There are 2 that are very close by, and I have forgot to set the recruitment for the first time. Oh well, we are giving a little bit of head start to the AI players. They only start as difficult, not higher difficulty, so that should be okay. We are going to go all in with the archers, as we are seeing a lot of barbarians at the start. And we would also like to tell our prophet to do divine blessing and watery death, which does 10 armor negating damage plus drowning, which doesn't affect water breathers, undead, or inanimate beings. We won't be seeing many of those at the game start, I don't believe. So I suppose they can also, we could do like this, and these hold and fire. And we have indeed conjured a Vine Man with our Archdruid, who we are going to be designating as his guardian. Should we go against these guys? Only 30 of them. We will certainly lose some troops to the archers, likely. But I think we should be able to take this province. And we have finished Alteration 2, which gives us access to, if you look at Earth, Personal Stone Skin, which gives +10 to natural protection. However, it incurs susceptibility to cold. We get more cold damage, and since our guys have cold resistance 5, then it will just cancel out. With nature, not really anything. Resist cold, burn might be used. Resist lightning might be useful. Armor of Achilles breaks armor of a few enemies, which might be useful in combat. We shall see, and we have had our first battle. Let's dive into it and see. In battle, you do not issue any commands. You have to set your stances and your commands for your troops. Before battle begins, we see some arrows landing at the enemy militia. There are 3 commanders, but only like 5 archers, so that's good. Now the axes come in. One guy got hit with 19 damage, another 10, which brings them down. As you can see, they are the very regular troops. Well, actually, even a little bit weaker than regular. Only 10 hit points, save strike, only 8 attack skill, a little bit higher defense thanks to the shield, but that's the parry value. Low armor, low everything, very low morale. But they can still hit our guys and kill our warriors who also have low armor on their bodies and no shield. And the archers, I think, also are doing a little bit of damage. And we are suffering some friendly fire from our own archers. And we are chasing them down. Let's take a quick look at our commander. If we press V, you can see that he did cast the Watery Death and have indeed inflicted some good damage with the spell. We can go a little faster. These are the better equipped archers with ring mail and reinforced leather caps. And the enemy is routing. They are chased down and they routed off the map. And the enemy, the battle ended with 2 casualties from the Axewarrior on our side. However, they have inflicted 19 casualties themselves, while the archers only managed to outright kill 1, but they probably dealt more chip damage and were able to help this way. And so the militia, one of the militia has killed one of ours, but we have lost 2, so probably the other kill might have been from friendly fire of our own archers, but that's going to happen. You want to have, I'm not sure if this is still true in Dominion 6, but I think it used to be that you want at least 6 defense in all of your provinces, because if you have lower, then there is a chance for some nasty random events to kick in. And we have found a Wind Spire right away, which is good. Around 40 barbarians, 20. These, of course, these reports are likely inaccurate. And we have our first warrior smith. We can give him these archers and move against these barbarians, which might be a little bit of a ballsy move. Yeah, we only have like 35 archers. I wonder if we should hold off that. Let's go protection of the smithy, air shield, personal stones can sure. Oh, they are very well defended. or maybe instead of air shield, deflect arrow first, stone skin, protection the smithy, and then whatever you wish. We can already cast. This is on himself, on the caster. Some little buffs like deflect arrows to make our units better against enemy archers. So, should we go into the barbarians? Why not? Because we will die gruesome deaths. Okay, let's wait one more turn. Let's send these guys against the light infantry and archers, and we shall produce even more archers in here. And another warrior smith. And you shall be... Actually, do we want... We don't have the 3 gems yet, but we might want to just to make our pretender a bit more secure, grant him some basic armor, some magic items, and probably the same for our prophet when we are able to do it, and we can forge them a little bit more cheaply. Well, not this one because it costs 1, so and we reduce the cost by 1, but we can't go to 0. So, but other items we will be able to do cheaper. Let's go to the next turn and see our second battle. Hopefully the report was true. And indeed, there aren't many units in here. A little bit more archers, but with a little bit worse armor. But instead of militia, there is light infantry who have 10 attack instead of 8 and 13 defense instead of 11. And have a little better armor. However, all of our warriors are wielding 2 axes that deal fairly high damage, so they don't have trouble dispatching this light infantry. We have lost 2 this time, and we have secured another province. Now it says 80. We have 20 here and 35 here. We might still not have enough. I think we might have to turn them back. We can have 15 more. So you have the helmet. And let's start forging this black steel plate for our prophet. We can do one more. Or actually, I should have been doing these guys first. Our sacred troops. Oh well, I'm trying to play fairly quickly, as this is a small game. A famous hero, so our prophet gained enough experience to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and they are very obese, but that's actually a good thing because they will have more hit points, +6 from the heroic bonus, and as they are prophet, they gain also HP bonus from being a prophet inside our dominion, but outside, same as our pretender, they will have a penalty to their maximum hit points. However, +3 encumbrance, which is not that good. And I suppose barbarians are no joke. They will cut your troops very quickly and efficiently. And so we shall go back home. Yeah, we'll have the armor and helmet and another lighter armor for our pretender. Forged. We will do some more scouting. Can we recruit scouts in here? We could have recruited some additional archers, but I think it's a little bit too late for that now. Absolutely no events, but we are now entering a late fall, no, early fall, but it's already getting quite cold in our corner of the world. Let's see, how many can you command? Can you get all of them? Yes. And I suppose I know you can have a guardian as well. He can't lead, you would need magic leadership because they are magic beings, so he can't take these vine men with him. They can do line formation, stand in the front and be on hold and attack closest enemy. Can you do anything useful for us in combat already? Strength of Giants. Show like 2 rounds of that, and then personal stone skin, and then whatever else you would like. So you will be coming with us a little bit more to the front, and our profit as well. And you can take this. And he already has heavier armor. And let's go into this big pile of barbarians. These are all wastes which have small population, small income, making it a little bit harder for ourselves. So I think now we can maybe produce some of these shield maidens. I wonder, the warrior maidens, they have fairly high precision. How many can we get? 5. So the same number. I think we're gonna go with some shield maidens to mix in with the steel warriors first. However, we might want to start building... Let's get the antlered shaman out into turns so he can start looking for magic sites. We have Mictlan to our north, it seems like. And we finished Conjuration 2. One next, we could use a little bit of Evocation, I suppose, or Construction. Construction 2, yeah, that would be very good indeed. Even before we go, it requires fire and earth. Let's see the battle with the barbarians. Maybe I could have actually moved our troops a bit more back, but no. As they are more than 55 squares away at the start of the battle, so it wouldn't make a difference. The barbarians wouldn't be in range anyway of our bows. We see some good damage as these barbarians only have leather armor on their backs, no helmets, so they are vulnerable to archer fire. That's why I have amassed a nice amount of archers. There is also a variant with the maul and with the greatsword, and they have some leaders. And do they? No, they regular barbarians don't have berserker, but their leaders do. If I can find one. I'm not sure if they look any different. F1 for commanders, barbarian chief, right click, berserker 3. Looks like he was already killed, minus 13. He was already killed as well, so these guys should rout fairly quickly without their leaders. I'm surprised that they are not routing already, and they indeed are. And we can see that our guys were blessed by the quickness, and you always get the +1 morale. So now they have fairly high attack and defense, very high combat speed for infantry, fairly high damage. That's from a spell. Only some of them were enchanted by our shaman with the Strength of Giants spell and gained additional 4 strength. And they also do 2 attacks per turn, thanks to the quickness. So they can catch up to the enemy and slash them hard with their two-handed greatsword, dealing a lot of damage with every hit. And thanks to the bonus attack skill, they are also more likely to actually land their hits. And we see that our 10 steel warriors managed to dispatch 34 barbarians. However, we did lose one of them. And because barbarians are friendly, it's a little bit cheaper for us to get the province defense, I believe. We will be getting this guy. Maybe let's throw in some of these archers into the mix as well. We have more. We had one more holy point only this turn because Hunter Shaman is 2 turns, but only 1 holy point. So on the second turn, you get the 1 holy point extra. I suppose we shall send them in here to get our cup circle, how it's called, because your castle gains additional income from all of the neighboring provinces that are under your control. So usually at the start you want to get all of the provinces that are neighboring your capital, and actually our capital probably have in here, but the map maker might have not set up correctly the spawn points for the nations. And because Mictlan has landed more in the middle, surrounded by more provinces than we did. And we still have our scout that we can send in here, for example. And actually one more thing. Preferences... No, not preferences. Map filters. Income box, the million candles, so we can more easily see without having to click how many candles we have everywhere and how much income. Do we want some barbarians? I don't think so. We should probably save money so that we are able to build our first additional castle as soon as possible. We have our research targets set, so let's go to the next turn. And another fight with barbarians. Maybe a slightly smaller group than the last time. And by the way, we can see the grid, and that we have like 2 guys in here. We can have up to 10 side points, and they are size 3, so they can be up to 3 per square of these guys. And like they can be attacked by each of the neighboring tiles. And I think if there's a guy here and he attacks this tile, then he would pick one of these guys at random to be his target. So basically, if you have like a giant or a dragon, that is only 1 per tile, you can surround them by a whole bunch of smaller units and get a lot of attacks in them in one turn. So that's the risk that you are running into with bigger units. They have usually a lot more health points, but if they get surrounded, these health points can go down fairly quickly. We have secured another province. Let me just make sure there's 6 defense in each of them. How many guys did we lose this time? No one. That's what we'd like to see. So let's go off conquering another one. We can give our spare alignment to this guy. And you shall go out. We can go with auto search, but I would like to get a good path for him. Well, let's not bother. Let's just go with auto search and it should be okay. We might want as well send actually these two, because this guy has water path, this guy has earth path, which this guy doesn't. So if we want to look for all of these types of magic sites, then we have to send them all out. So let's send them as a unit and manually control them. And next, I believe we shall start producing Tamen. One more archer, warrior maiden. And we will be able to send out our shaman with small bands of our sacred and other units that they will be able to bless the sacreds themselves. We see a level 2 throne, definitely. The army is like of a level 3 throne, but we only have level 2 ones. An Anunnaki of the Morning Star, so a titan, who is probably very skilled in, I'm guessing, astral magic, maybe fire as well. A hill giant as well, Amu Apkalu, which are some, I know, some like hybrid, I know, like a tiger with the face of a human or something, probably. Or maybe these are the like bird creatures with human faces. Enkidu's horse stripe cavalry, Springhawk's living statues as well. We have the big hammers on our units that would be able to go through the living statues, but we will not be going after this one anytime soon. And then here we can see 410 around, and then here 120, 90, with some heavy infantry, militia, and archer mixture, and most likely a few basic mages. We have Machaka to our right. So Rus is in the top right corner, and here. And do we want anything else? No. We will finish the construction research. So I might want to remove these orders on him, and he might be able to cast the better spells himself in battle. Let's see, we have some random event. Our pretender got wounded. A mage happened to mistake one elixir for another. That can happen to your researchers. And we've had only like 2, I think. So our archdruid was wounded, but because he's a pretender, he doesn't have recuperation. So I'm not sure. He got shrunken. Is that the wound? He's now size 2, so he has less hit points, minus 30%, and more defense, and decreased map move and less strength. So some magical mishap that might actually be not too bad for him. I think that might actually increase his survivability. So that's not so bad. In here we want to do a side search. We can take a quick look at our battle and see if our guy is actually going to cast. Yeah, the Temper Armor is the new spell. We're in here, this cluster, so they didn't get it. These guys in the back did, so we can see they have body protection 12, even though their leather armor only has 9 because of this temporary armor spells that we just researched and our warrior smith has cast. It adds +3 protection to each armor piece, which will make our units be able to withstand hits a little bit better, which we like to see. So in effect, we should see less units being lost, and thanks to our mass of archers, we're able to snipe their leaders, or maybe just inflict enough wounds to our enemies. They are already routing without even putting up any fight, because the enemies rout when some percentage of total HP of all units in the army get lost. So you don't have to kill anyone. If you deal enough chip damage to enough enemy units, they will start routing as well. So that's very nice to see. And with each kill, our units also gain experience. And with experience, they gain more attack skill, experience bonus +1, precision, experience bonus +1, defense, experience bonus +1. So they get a little better at fighting. There are 4 or 5 experience level in total, and one gives like additional hit point, one gives additional magic resistance point, I think. Maybe one gives strength, not sure, and they all give attack and defense, I think, if I remember correctly. Let's take a look around. We are a bit over our resources now because the winter is heavier. We are now in early winter, and now we have cold 4, which means we gain less income, less supplies, and there is a population kill actually now because it's so cold. And if it goes to 5, then we might see some crazy magic happen as well, I think. Some random events can fire with 4 already, I think, and 5 as well. Vinemen, Woodsman blowpipes. I think we should be good. Should be able to go through them. You can only lead 10 guys. You can lead 50. So I guess we will want a mix of shaman to lead them, maybe some warrior priests, shaman to bless and warrior priests to lead. Maybe some warrior chiefs if we can. Or let's just get like a commander or two to ferry troops around. And maybe let's cut back a little bit on that so that we can start getting some money in the bank to build our first additional castle. And here I would like you to do temper armors twice or maybe 3 times because they are on hold, so they wait for 2 turns. And then personal stone skin. What's the range? 15. So temper armors area of 53. And strength of giants also. And the plus means that if we had more magic levels, then for each additional earth magic level over 1, we get one more tile for this effect. So more soldiers with each cast would gain more strength. So we will be sending them. And let's see if we have found any magic sites. No, nothing. And all local sect has flourished. Their leader preaches that labor is for the wicked. Dominion -2, sloth +2, province resource -5. So we now have sloth 3, less resources, less income. But oh well, what can you do? Not much. We have our first death guy, which we might want to send out to look for magic sites. You go into the capital, you as well. And let's see how the combat goes in here. A lot of Vinemen who have quite a few hit points for size 3 creatures, a little bit of natural protection, and they have also blunt and pierce resistance, so our archers won't be doing that much damage. I should have set our archers to fire archers, not fire closest, but our slashing weapons will be able to get through them fairly easily, and they are weak on the defense, easy to hit, and they don't hit well back. And these guys have paralyzing poison in the blowpipe, but they are very low range. So hopefully we shouldn't be seeing a lot of damage inflicted on us. And they are so close together that some of the blowpipers got hit themselves and they are already running because their morale is only 6. Squad morale bonus -3 because they are undisciplined and because maybe they are in the same squad as Divine Men, who are mindless beings. Normally you can mix them. I'm not sure why they have such a negative high penalty to their morale, but that's only good for us. We can see that there are some trees, some shrubs on the battlefield, some bushes, and we are going against druids, against woodhenge druids who are nature 1. This guy has a magic amulet, Barkskin, which gives him 7 natural protection, and this guy is animating trees and envenoming arrows, and we can see one such animated shrub in here. They are basically there to distract our troops. They are resistant to slash and piercing damage, however susceptible to fire, but we don't have any fire spells on the battlefield. And they just have large pools of hit points. They rarely hit anything. They have low defense, so easy to kill, but they don't rout. However, they are mindless, so if these guys die, then they will just dissolve and disappear. These Vinemen seem to be going for our flanks, but before they get to our archers, they are also very high morale. They will not rout as well due to being mindless. And we don't have anyone on attack rear. So we'll have to deal with these Minemen, with every one of them before we turn onto the druids. But yeah, they have started to rout due to the amount of damage that we have inflicted on them, and we have seen one of these animated shrubs dissolve here because the druid that conjured it has started to rout, and this guy is routing as well, but he is unconscious. His fatigue is over 100, so he will stay in place and wait until either death comes or he regenerates enough fatigue points to wake up, and he did. However, our quickened steel warriors might still be able to catch up to him, and yes, we have lost one of our steel warriors, which we do not like to see. But still, it wasn't a bad fight considering how many enemies we faced. And that's where we are going to end this first episode. We have found our first magic site, not by especially looking for it. It's a wind spire, which is tall enough that once you gain the province, you can see it and you just get it. And we have started, we got our first breakthrough research with Temper Spear, Temper Steel. There's a Magma Forge, research bonus 100. So it's a province enchantment only for 3 fire gems, but without booster items, I don't think we're going to be able to get anyone to actually cast it. So that's it for episode 1, and I will see you in another one.